Greetings fencers, this is going to be a review and showcasing of multiple HEMA jackets we use. The Spes FG Basic and Pro, Spes AP Light, HEMA Supplies Scholar Jacket, Superior Fencing Fang Jacket. I wear mediums in all these jackets. I'm 6'2" and 180 pounds. The first jackets we got were the Fischhuelig Danks jackets. What separates the FG jackets from the more popular Axel Pedersen style jackets is the slim fit and the built-in hip protection. They have a very good balance of all-encompassing protection and mobility. They aren't extremely thick and don't double layer at the front. It is very time consuming to put them on, and as they loosen the gap widens. We've only ever had blades come in from the side and impact the inside of the jacket, but it is a potential risk to have a thrust get through. They don't have a blade catcher, and I have taken hits to the shoulder that have injured me for a week at a time. Shoulder protection is a common issue on most jackets for thin people with bones sticking up. It can get pretty hot in it, but they're not as dense and heavy as other models. When I'm wearing it now, I don't really notice it. All the limbs move exceptionally well, and I can bend over easily. The forearms aren't quite thick enough to use on their own, but they're too thick to have standard forearm guards. Your arms become too big and heavy. I did fight in my first tournament in this without guards, and adrenaline got me through the numerous forearm and bone bruises. It is a good jacket, but unless you're wanting to use it for historical videos, there's probably better options. The next jacket is the FG Pro. It has the same shape, but has a zipper, plates on the arm, and has noticeably denser and thicker padding all throughout. It is a heavy jacket that you will get hotter and tired in faster. It is also stiffer in the joints, and you will notice your mobility reduction. The zipper is nice, but I find it comes undone at the top, and if you have a forward tilted neck like some do, you will not be able to do up the jacket at all. The denser protection has saved my limbs at times, and it is a trade-off some may like. The built-in plates are also really nice, but the bicep and shoulder plates would fall off often. I gave up on the bicep plates, but the shoulder plates have definitely saved me. People will choose to wear this jacket so they don't have to bother with forearm and elbow guards. And having that hip and thigh protection means, for friendly sparring, you don't need any extra protection until the knees. Overall, the mobility and weight of this jacket holds it back for competitiveness. I much prefer the feel of the Basic, but this jacket will save on a ton of time and bruises. The next jacket is the Spes AP Light. I have a love-hate relationship with it. It is the AP style, so it stays above the hips, and instead of using padding, it has 5 foam inserts for different points. The shoulders, right and left torso, and on the zipper. The foam it comes with is quite light and weak. I put the Pro plates in the shoulders, and I definitely do not regret it. Its mobility is through the roof, and even on hot days, depending on who I'm sparring, I may not even break a sweat. In the winter, I'll be somewhat cold. I can even squeeze the jacket to fit into small bags. This obviously comes at a cost. Anywhere that does not have a plate is unprotected. This is not an overstatement. It is like wearing a sweater. It may look like there is padding in the jacket at points. There is not. Just the anti-pierce material. You can feel both layers with your fingers. This means if you don't have collarbone protection, it would likely get broken. The entirety of the arms, apart from the shoulder plate, is just like a hoodie. For light sparring, a forearm guard is necessary. If your bicep gets hit, you will have a long bruise for a while. I've attached those bicep plates at times, but this is a jacket for someone who's not going to get hit a lot, at least when it comes to heavy weapons. I really wish Spes made a hybrid jacket, the elbow to neck with standard padding, and the torso with plates. The torso foam pockets are also quite small and only reach to under the arms. Cuts to your side will sting quite a lot because it will be half off and half on plate.
Oh no! No!
If you get hit in the back, there is zero protection, and I would have appreciated a spine plate. Would I recommend this for longsword? Generally yes, but it depends on you. It's not a jacket to play around in. I very much treat the sword like lava in it. The next jacket is the Scholar jacket from HEMA Supplies, and honestly, if I were to recommend a first jacket off this list, this would probably be the one. It is very similar to the AP Light, but fixes some of the problems. It has the same placement of foam plates, but also comes with ones covering the elbow and a bit of the forearm. The foam inserts are also significantly thicker and denser than the Spes inserts, and there's never a need to add plastic or more foam. All the pockets are also bigger. The 2 torso plates extend past your side and cover your back. They're exactly twice the length of the Spes plates. This does give the jacket a little less mobility, definitely adds some weight, but it is a very reasonable trade-off for the big increase in protection. The jacket also has some light padding where there are no inserts, and this is what really brings it past the AP Light. The collarbone, armpit, biceps all have noticeable amounts of padding. It's still significantly less than standard jackets, but saves on giant bruises and bone hits. You don't have to be as careful with making sure you have all your pieces of protection for some friendly sparring. I don't own this jacket, and don't get hit too much, so I'm okay with the AP Light, but I would probably prefer this Scholar jacket over the AP Light. The last jacket we'll look at today is the Superior Fencing Fang jacket. I was able to get it cheap and was very interested in its many cool features. It is a heavy jacket, but not as heavy as the FG Pro. This jacket is well thought out and fixes many problems with standard jackets. It has increased padding on the shoulders to fix those bone hits. It has 2 front zippers with large overlapping area to protect from thrusts. The back has almost no padding and is mostly vents, and also has a hard plate all the way down the spine. This is what drastically brings down the weight and heat. And the main feature is the built-in hard plate covering your neck. It's attached by Velcro and a zipper. If you're not flexible, you will likely need someone to attach that zipper for you. Mobility will feel stiff, but as you break it in, you'll be able to turn your head more and more. I really didn't know what to expect, but in my first few times sparring, I never felt like I couldn't move my head where I wanted to. However, I've had someone use this jacket who wears everything smaller than me, but they have sloped shoulders and a forward tilted neck. Their mask was pressed directly into the neck guard, and they could not move their head at all. So know your body structure. The forearms are not the original, and are in the middle ground like the FG Basic. Overall, it's a jacket that finally takes needed steps with the protection and weight distribution. Not having to wear a neck guard underneath is also nice. For coaching, this is a very good jacket, as well as hard-hitting fights. But I have used it for rapier and saber, and it does not feel overly heavy like an FG or AP Pro. Feel free to ask any questions you have about these jackets. Thanks for watching, keep studying, keep practicing.